Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great day. My name is Allison from AllisonReeves.co, and today I'm answering another question from my free group on Facebook, the Mindful Marketing Mavens. And the question is a pretty common question that some of you guys might relate to, which is how long does it take to make money with your blog? I don't know if you guys can hear my dog grumbling, but things are happening. So how long does it take to make money with a blog? And the answer to that question is that it really depends. And I know that's not a very popular answer. It doesn't make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, but I do want to give you guys some pointers as to like how long it might take you to make money and how you can maybe influence how long it will take you to make money. And then I do have an exciting announcement, which you guys can already see in the description of this video because I posted a caption. If you guys have questions, let me just open up the comments here. Hey, Mary, good to see you. Mary's starting a blog and she's in the Monetization Accelerator Program, making progress and working towards a course. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to post them in the comments. I can see there's a little bit of a delay between what I'm saying and the comments, but I'll answer every question post live for sure. So question, how long does it take to make money with a blog? And it depends. I know this isn't the answer that you guys wanted, but let me go ahead and explain. There's four kind of key things that come to mind first for me when thinking about clients and how fast or slow they made money with their blog. Hey, Tony. The four key things that come to mind as far as speed of making money is strategy, like what your specific strategy is for monetizing the blog, your niche, depth of understanding. And when I say depth of understanding, I'm talking about your market and their problems and also blogging in general, and your mindset. Now, if you guys have watched any video of mine ever, then you know that I'm definitely a huge fan of how important mindset is. So in some ways, I feel like mindset could go at the top of this list, but I also feel like you guys hear me harp on it all the time, and so I'll save that for the end. So the first thing that's going to influence how much money and how fast you make money with your blog is your strategy. Well, what do I mean by strategy? Well, I mean really your marketing strategy, and not just your marketing strategy, but like the energy that you put into your marketing, which I know sounds very woo-woo, but so here's an example. If somebody starts a blog and they're an introvert, they're not willing to be really innovative as far as maybe using video, maybe reaching out to people who have engaged with their content directly. So kind of the more direct sales you're willing to do, even with a blog, the more you're going to be able to increase your income with a small audience. So in my last video that I made, which was like, how big does your audience have to be before you start testing your market or selling things? I mentioned that my first 5-figure month was with an audience of only 300 people, and people were like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? Well, I'm not going to say that it was easy. I do think it's repeatable, and I've had clients repeat that kind of success, but it did take a lot of like action that people might find uncomfortable in the beginning. So a lot of warming people up, a lot of live video, a lot of direct outreach saying, what did you think? Sales calls, the high ticket offers, those things can be uncomfortable when you're starting out. So, but if you have a high ticket offer and you're willing to do direct outreach, it's easier to make more money faster. I have another client named Dawn, who I mentioned in a video recently, who doesn't have a super high ticket offer, but her first launch was a $125 offer. She had almost no email list, and she was able to sell that offer to 4 people based on being like her ability to reach out to people directly, use your social media network. So your strategy really impacts how fast you're able to make money. Another example of this that you guys have heard me talk about before is Melissa. So Melissa started her blog. Within a few weeks, she was making a few dollars a day with ads, but she also was open to other ways of making money. And so when her Pinterest account just exploded in a really short amount of time, she was able to get virtual assistant clients that totaled her income to about $2,000 a month. So, that's obviously pretty fast income for a blog. If you Google like how long it takes to make money with a blog, you're going to see stats like 6 months or a year. And if you're just trying to monetize by using affiliates and getting organic traffic, that it can take a lot longer and it's very much a slow burn. But there's a lot of tactics you can use and different strategies to increase your income faster. And I'm a huge fan of doing things in innovative ways. I prefer quick wins, fast growth. So I'm willing to do things a little bit differently to get that. So like, yeah, it usually takes a lot longer to earn money with the blog, but my clients make money in my Monetization Accelerator program, which is a 6-month program. The goal is for everybody to make money. All right, so the other thing that will impact how fast you're making money is your niche. I'm not going to sit here and say that some niches aren't easier to monetize than others. That said, I think people develop a lot of limiting beliefs around their niche. People love to say that they're in a niche that's hard to monetize, and often that's not true. Let me think of an example of someone who, okay, so like I'm a coach, right? I'm a business coach. And so in some ways it's easy for me to have like really high ticket offers because people, like after I've had a certain amount of success with myself and with clients, people are like, okay, like there's data to show that I am likely to get a return on my investment in a short period of time. So I understand that being a business coach, it's like an easy sell in some ways. That said, I've had clients who are bloggers who are coaches for like stepmoms, for example, a recent client of mine. So people have this mindset that if I'm not helping people make money, I can't charge that much. Well, she has an offer that's over $1,000 and she's not helping people make money. She's helping stepmoms to deal with like second marriage issues and mindset stuff. So niche can be a factor though in how fast you make money. Hey, Hannah, but I don't want you to let niche become a limiting belief. That's really common with people, is they let their niche become a limiting belief. Now some niches I don't understand as much like how to monetize. Like there are some niches that I'll get on a sales call with someone and I'll say, yeah, that's gonna be tough, but I can see how this can work. And then there are niches that I feel like are like no-brainers. Like I feel like everybody who's in the coaching program right now, I'm like, yes, you're all gonna make money. In fact, I wanna buy your stuff. It's gonna be great. Okay, so a third factor that can impact how much money and how fast you make money with your blog is your depth of understanding. So first of all, your depth of understanding with blogging in general. If you have never blogged before, if you have no idea what a blog is, if you haven't even started the blog, obviously it's going to take you a lot longer to start making money than someone who has been blogging for 2 years, has a great blog, has some decent traffic, and just hasn't made money yet, which is very common, by the way. A lot of people think like because it can take longer to make money blogging than with some other businesses, a lot of people, they don't know how long it should take. So they just think like, I'm just going to blog for 10 years and hope for the best. So you can definitely make things happen. Like you should be earning money on your blog within months at the very least. That said, if you don't have anything at all, obviously it's going to take you longer to monetize than someone who has an existing blog. Now that said, Melissa is another example of someone who had absolutely nothing. She wrote a ton of really great blog posts in a short period of time, launched within 5 weeks, and was making revenue within 5 weeks of starting to blog. But usually people take a little bit longer if they don't have anything to like, they have to build up a little bit more. The other thing you'll need a depth of understanding with and monetizing your blog is your avatar. And I'll say with Allison's notebook, I feel like the reason why, like I monetized that blog within 60 days of finally like deciding to do it. And actually when I started it in 2011, I was monetizing it by using it to build awareness around paintings that I was selling. But when I pivoted to make Allison's notebook more specifically a blogging like business, not just like selling art or writing about my life in general, I had to decide on a niche. And so I knew that my niche was going to be like mental health, self-care, intentional living, kind of shifted more into minimalism as I got more interested in that. And that was really all I wanted to talk about. But my depth of understanding of my avatar in Allison's notebook has been a much bigger challenge for me than my depth of understanding for my avatar for my coaching business. Because in my coaching business, I'm the most like my avatar. I didn't make money for a long time, and then I started making money, and I know exactly how to do that. With Allison's notebook, talking about self-care, minimalism, intentional living, I'm still kind of in the middle of that. And I'm almost like too much my avatar sometimes to be like, I know I can be helpful and I'm confident in how much I help people, but I'm almost too much in the midst of it sometimes to understand what they need because I haven't found the solutions for myself perfectly just yet. That said, I've gotten better at like, I'm like reading the signs from people, like they're engaging with this kind of content. This is my most popular opt-in. I did this launch and it did really well. And so I'm learning about Allison's notebook that they really like decluttering and minimalism content. even though my most popular blog post has to do with creating a capsule wardrobe, even though like my first course I ever launched was about self-care, even though my opt-in has to do with self-love, the thing that people buy usually has to do with decluttering and minimalism. So having that depth of understanding of your audience will help you be able to sell more of your stuff. If you're still learning about your audience, if you don't know exactly who your audience is, it can take a little bit longer to make money. Hey, Jamie. And the last thing that will impact how much money you're making on your blog is going to be your mindset. If you don't think your thing is worth selling, your avatar won't think it's worth buying. And I always like to say this, and I feel like I got this quote from someone else, the founder of a company called Traffic and Funnels. If I got the quote from someone else, it came from him. And the quote is, sales is a transfer of confidence, not just confidence in your own offer, but confidence that your avatar can use your offer to get life change. Does that make sense? So if you're not confident in your offer, if you're not confident that it's going to help somebody, your avatar is going to feel that through your copy. And like, you can get sales when you're doubting yourself, but the more confidence you can have about what you're doing, the more you can be your own #1 fan, the more people feel that energy, and they'll know that your tools are going to work for them too, just like your tools have worked for you. So mindset is huge for monetizing on your blog. The other reason why mindset is really helpful is if you have a positive mindset, it tends to help you to be more accepting of different ways to make money. So I talked about this in a training that I did at the Mindful Marketing Maven group about success mindset in general, but when you have a success mindset, you tend to be open. Oh, I talked about it in the free income stacking challenge, actually. You tend to be more open to like where money can come from. Just because you have a course for sale doesn't mean you can't get people who message you and say, I'd like a one-on-one coaching call, and if you're open to doing that, take their money and help them. So that's all I have to say about that. So how long does it take to make money with your blog? It depends. Now, what I will say about that, it depends, is that you are not subject to you're not a victim. You're not swimming in an ocean aimlessly. Like, you can take control of how long it takes to make money with your blog. If you want to make money with your blog the first month that you launch it, you can take control of that and do it. You're not subject. You're not this little guppy in an ocean with no control over how much money your blog is making. You can take control of it and decide, I'm going to be making money starting this month. I'm going to have a full-time income within 6 months. And once you make that commitment to yourself, it'll impact your action. You'll make bigger moves. You'll take bigger risks. You'll believe in yourself more. And that's why mindset stuff works, because mindset impacts your action. So that's all I have for this live training. This is my second time using this new platform, and it seems like it went a little smoother. So I hope this was really helpful for you guys. I do want to announce that the Monetization Accelerator Program is open. I'm usually sharing a waitlist link with you guys. There are people who can kind of get in between the launches, but right now the card is open for everybody. You can go to AllisonReeves.co/masterclass to sign up for the masterclass that will introduce you to the methodology taught in the program. So even if you don't sign up for the Monetization Accelerator Program, you can learn a lot in that masterclass. So I recommend you go ahead and sign up for that. You'll only see that link maybe one other time in the next week, and you can go to AllisonReeves.co/waitlist-MA if you miss the masterclass this time around. That's all I have to say for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll keep responding in the comments if you guys have additional questions, thoughts, feedback, and I'll talk to you again soon. All right, bye.